Hey guys, another Diablo video. I'm going to go over the build that I ran going from 1 to 100 in hardcore. Keep in mind this was like about a week and a half ago since last time I really looked at it. I will have an updated link with anything I've changed since like the stuff I go over in this video, but it is going to kind of show you an insight into like build crafting and like why I did the things I did in my build and what I think about certain options. Again, I probably would have updated a bit more, so make sure you like double check with like Maxroll and a few other sites on, good builds. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the thought process behind it, and thanks again, Blizzard, for sponsoring this video. Forgive me for what I must yabba dabba do. Please update build on D4 builds. How do I edit it? Share, save build, build name. Max, Ice, Shard, Hardcore. Create build. Okay, so now I can edit it then, yeah? Wait, it didn't save any of these notes I made. I made extra notes. If having mana problems, make sure you have correct talents. Make sure you're only ever casting into a pack of frozen and vulnerable mobs. And if still struggling due to low lucky hit or whatever, throw on Prodigy. Probably replacing Stormswell. Is it called Stormswell? I don't know. Okay, so Helm is a CDR. Lucky hit with barrier. Max life and int / all stats. Let me double check my guy. Chest is just no raiments, just defensive stuff. Gloves. +3 ranks to ice shards. Required. Crit chance. So I've been playing attack speed on mine. I like that. Pants, if not unique, just defensive stuff. No unique gloves. Please don't get baited into using Frostburn. Alright, weapon. A high item power prio. Vuln damage. Crit damage. Core skills, whatever other high modifier, all in the same bucket. Int / all stats. Amulet, +2 defensive skills, CDR required. And the other two things, oh, I like damage reduction from close. And the fourth one, fuck. If I could have a perfect fourth amulet mod, what would it mean? What would it be? What would it be? Mine only has 3. My amulet only has 3 good ones. Dude, it actually might be move speed. Oh no, it's Devouring Blaze. It's Devouring Blaze 100%. It's Devouring Blaze or Hoarfrost, I think. Hoarfrost, you deal 18% increased damage to frozen enemies, and Devouring Blaze is you deal 30% in. So this is basically 20% increased critical strike damage, and it would also be 50% if they're immobilized. So 50% critical strike damage, or what's better? 50% critical strike damage, or what is this? 3 out of 3, or 12% damage all the time. Sounds like it's Devouring Blaze. I'm just gonna put a bunch of options here. +2 Devouring Blaze, +2 Hoarfrost, move speed. Any of the previous 3. All right, ring. I don't even think ring is even negotiable. I think it is crit, dam, crit, chance, max life, and it is vuln damage. If running elementalists on amulet, you can drop crit chance for lucky hit. Lucky hit is also fine on its own if that is your fourth, replacing any of these IMO except for max life. I think running max life is required. Focus, CDR, required. What else we got? Vuln damage, required. Wait, can you get vuln damage on your focus? I don't think you can get vuln damage. I just made that up. Yeah, damage reduction from burning is good. Core skill. I don't know if it has core skill, dude. Honestly, I've had a really dookie focus for a long time. It definitely has lucky hit. Oh yeah, crit. It has crit chance. crit chance, and then lucky hit. My focus is actually bad. It's actually not good at all. It's probably CDR, damage reduction, burning, crit chance, lucky hit, and then it's just like, maybe CC duration is also fine. How do you get the burning modifier in hardcore? Is it just from Meteor? Yeah, it's from Meteor, yeah. You got 25% CDR from this thing. That's banger CDR. No, I mean, this thing's bad. It's low item power, and it's also... It doesn't have crit chance on it. This is a really... I just haven't found a better focus, which means that I should probably be gambling focuses. I should probably be doing Hell Tides and gambling focuses, like, for sure. And there's another thing I wanted to mention here. Oh, yeah. I swap to Firebolt enchant over Ice Shard enchant on bosses. I've been playing Destructive Ice Shard solo, and it feels way better than Greater to me. Yeah, someone said that Greater's currently bugged. So, I've explained my thought process on this before. But if Greater works as if it is written, it should be better than Destructive because it allows you to cast into a frozen and vulnerable boss. But apparently this is not working. It's like 25... It's only giving you like a 25% damage increase, but it's not giving you like all the modifiers and stuff, so... It's possible that Destructive is just better. But also, I don't know if Destructive has a lot of value either, so... Max, the unique pants Frost Nova overrides your Frost Nova and then does not proc the CD reduction per kill. That does happen sometimes. It's still better for mob clearing, though. Like, you'll notice it. Run a Ruins of Eridu with the unique pants, and then run a Ruins of Eridu without the unique pants, and you will clear it probably 30% slower. Like, it's actually so fucking broken. With mobs. Mobs are spawning in on top of frozen mobs and instantly getting frozen and killed. It's like, it's a huge speed increase. But like, if you're farming like high-level nightmare dungeons and stuff, I mean, in my guide, I literally don't have them equipped. In my guide, I do not have the pants equipped at all. It's just for experience farming. It does fuck your Frost Nova CDR, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, my Frost Nova cooldown is 5 seconds, which is fucking insane. And if I ever get the Helm, my Frost Nova cooldown will be like 3 seconds. By the way, you didn't put anything for boots? Oh, boots would be move speed plus 3 ranks, Frost Nova. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. I think int/all stats would be next. I really don't know about the 4 ranks and teleport. Like, I really don't know about this. So, in a normal gameplay loop, you can teleport about twice as often as you can Frost Nova because of the way that the things work. I actually tested this. Now, keep in mind that your teleport is decreased by 0.5 seconds per enemy hit, up to 3 seconds off. Let me show you what happens when you take off 4 ranks of teleport here. Okay, so I'm just going to take these boots off. Teleport right now, its cooldown is 4.92 seconds. Okay, take these boots off. Teleport is 5.7. You are spending an entire stat to get an extra 0.8 off of your teleport thing. To me, that's not worth it. Like, even with the chest, it's just not worth it. I don't know. I haven't played with it enough, but I don't know exactly what the other mods are. You never want any resistance. Resistance is horrible. I unfortunately have them on mine. So you definitely want movement speed, and preferably a high roll of movement speed. High roll versus low roll movement speed is massive. It's almost double. Plus 3 ranks of Frost Nova is required. And I think plus 4 ranks of teleport is fine. Plus 3 ranks of teleport. Honestly, I think this is pretty doggy, but there isn't much else. And mana cost reduction is probably what you want after that, if anything. You don't want dodge chance. I think dodge chance is really bad. If I'm correct, isn't dodge chance just the dodge from the actual mob's melee attacks? And it doesn't include, like, the elemental things that they're doing with their affixes? I mean, if that's the case, I think dodge chance is, like, actually brutally fucking bad. Plus 4 teleport on boots will give you 0.51 seconds of CDR on the spell. Yeah, I know. Isn't that ass, though? I feel like that's ass. Like, there's just no way it's... Like, teleport's really important, but it... Especially... Another thing as well is my build runs a point into elemental attunement, which procs on cooldown. This procs every 10 seconds on the second it procs. And and that can just reduce teleport too. So it's like, yeah. I'm looking forward to getting some loot today, boys. I'm feeling some loot. Let me see what I could realistically upgrade. Like, my gloves are pretty nice, right? 10.5% crit, 4 ranks of ice shards, 26 all stats, 8% attack speed. It's not going to get much better than that. I mean, you could high roll a lot more attack speed. I mean, have you guys seen my previous... Have you seen how close my previous gloves were to being perfect, by the way? Look at this item. It rolled max lucky hit chance, max attack speed, max crit. Literally, it max rolled all 3. But it only rolled a +2 ranks of ice shards, obviously +3 when upgraded, but... So, I mean, it had to go away. The sad thing about this item is... No matter all the high rolls, the -1 rank of ice shards is probably worth all of them combined, so... the new pair with +4 ranks just automatically overtakes it. Not to mention that I think people really, really need to be considering all stats on their gear. This is probably character specific, but go to your Paragon board, look at your elite nodes, and see if you guys are meeting the bonus requirements of them. There's a good chance that you're not, and it's most likely because you have too much int and not enough all stats. But that's just a character specific thing. Some of them you don't care about hitting, to be fair. I wouldn't overlook the max mana on your tree either. Like this node right here is going to end up giving me 16 max mana. That's a very worth node. Like, you get your Elementalist for casting over 100 mana, but you don't want max mana on your gear, but because the Sork Paragon tree is so bad, max mana on your board isn't actually bad. I noticed when I went from 110 to 123 mana, I noticed my damage went up significantly because Elementalist was just proccing more often. Because, like, your mana's constantly being refilled to full, but, like, I don't know, you don't get one avalanche proc, and, like, it's a little bit less. Why do you prefer movement speed after you dodge versus 4 dodges? I don't. I actually prefer multiple dodges, but I have not found another pair of boots with that implicit and 4 ranks of Frost Nova and movement speed. So, that's why. That being said, Evade grants movement speed is better for speed. Like, it is better for speed. It makes you go faster in the dungeons you're doing, for sure. Like, it will outspeed maximum evade charges, for sure. But that is not why I have it on there. I have it on there because I have not found good boots with max evade charges. Dude, my character actually farms damage, by the way. I had been playing with Disobedience on my amulet for a long time, mostly because I didn't have a good control roll, but I just recently put control back on my amulet. I put a nice Storm Swell here. I put a max rank Obedience on a very good helmet. See, dude, this helmet doesn't have very high item power, but I think I'm going to have a hard time replacing this. It rolled like mid-tier CDR, max int, mid-tier lucky hit chance while you have a barrier, and max life, which is a perfect roll. Those are the exact 4 stats you want. But I don't know, dude. I don't know what it is about helms, but I never see helms that are anywhere close to that. Is it good to get every Lilith statue? I wouldn't just say it's good. I think it's required. I think it is required that you get every Lilith statue to play at endgame. Not only does it give you... If you get every Lilith statue, I don't know exactly how many points it gives you in your stats, but it's a massive amount. It's 75 all stats. I mean, yeah, that's like fucking insane. Especially for your Paragon board. I know that people who have not leveled up all the way so far are not necessarily considering their Paragon board. I do be knowing that. Is it confirmed that the control aspect procs on all 3? I will tell you that I have not personally tested it. I know it worked that way in beta, and I know I brought it up to my chat, and like 50 people all very quickly said it does stack, which means that someone... My interpretation of that means some content creator tested it and confirmed it, and they all watched that person do a thing. You can test it right now. I kind of can't because everything gets one shot anyway. My character is a fucking beast. I fucking kill everything. I could test it, but it would be really annoying. I'd have to like I'd have to find some gigantic mob. How do you have so much uptime on Teleport and Frost Nova? Your CDs is a lot larger. Overall cooldown reduction and points to both of those on my boots and neck. You have a 793 eye level, crit dam, core dam, vuln dam, int juicer. Yeah, I event on my weapon too. I think it's a mistake. I think I want all stats. The max roll ice shard guide says to go shatter. Yeah, I think shatter's wrong. That's also probably meant for softcore. I don't think it matters what difficulty it is. I think shatter is just worse with the way this class plays. The best way I can describe the shatter thing is and I deal with this a lot in WoW, is it sounds like a theory crafter argument that is made with looking at a spreadsheet and not with actually playing the game. And it's also completely ignoring boss damage, which is a very real thing in Nightmare Dungeons later on. You think I'm wrong for farming regular shit? Shatter's better? Well, it depends on what you're farming. If you think farming Champion's Demise, you think Shatter is better? I think Shatter is comparable to Avalanche in Champion's Demise. I don't think it's necessarily better, though. I think they're equivalent. You're basically trading your ice blocks exploding for 40% damage on ice shards basically all the time, which is what's doing all of that damage anyway. That alone is close. In fact, I've done testing. I've probably done more Champion's Demise than probably anyone. I've done a decent amount of Shatter and a decent amount of Avalanche. There is not a noticeable AoE difference between the two. Man, I really need to get Dex on my gear. There's like 3 things that I'm missing purely to Dex on my Paragon board. When I get a weapon upgrade, this is really strange, but I think it is going to be a large DPS increase to actually try to roll 95 Dex on my next wand instead of int or all stats. Which is a very weird line of thinking, but I'm almost positive that it's better.